This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Isaac, Tyrese Maxey out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Matisse Thybulle, and it's Embiid in at the center. Good on the bucket.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot-up three-point shooting. Just a variety of ways to produce.
Doncic passes to Maxey. No good off the front iron. And it's the Pelicans' ball. Passes to Ingram. Dishes it to McCollum. Back to Ingram. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. Embiid with the steal. Thybulle kicks to Doncic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you watch the way Doncic runs this offense. He's become a master at the pick and roll. Incredible to see someone run it to perfection.
First one falls for him. And with Doncic in the pick and roll game, he's so good at such a young age.
It's amazing how well he reads the defense. But he can also freeze a defender or create confusion with that hesitation. He has all the tricks to run it.
McCollum against Maxey. With some arc, and the rejection by Embiid.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
14 feet away, and they recover it. They get a hand on it. Shot clock at 3. Down low. And Isaac throws it down.
Yeah, you got to push Isaac out of the paint. Once he's got that position, he is going to be all over the rim.
Williamson, the pass to McCollum. Williamson, a screen on Maxey. Here's McCollum. And good. Got the English. That time as it falls.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And the dunk by Embiid.
And the all-around game of Doncic, not just a scorer, but a great dime dropper as well. Notices his open teammates quickly.
Pass to McCollum. The 10-footer. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Maxey passes to Embiid. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And there had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
Pass to Thibault. Now Embiid. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And taking a look at the Pelicans, lots of talent have come through that program over the years, and they're loaded now.
Yeah, they've brought in some talent. They've done a good job in the draft and trying to find ways to hold on to these guys, along with having a healthy Zion. If all that comes together, it's definitely going to help their chances to be more competitive.
Vanderbilt's checked in for the Mavericks. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
Yeah, C.J. McCollum, really one of the more unique scorers in the league. And it has a lot to do with the peanut butter smoothness he has, handling the ball, being on great balance, and being one step ahead of the defense.
Over in the corner, Doncic. Over McCollum. And it's Doncic missing.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there. This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Embiid inside. Valanciunas is there. Embiid, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
McCollum against Doncic. Count that one. McCollum's got 8.
I feel like when CJ gets a couple of these to go, it accentuates his ability and confidence to score from the outside as well.
Thibault, the pass to Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
McCollum. Williamson trying to free himself up. Nice D from Doncic. Thibault with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. On the wing, Doncic. 33 points last game. 3-pointer by Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 6. It's tipped. Isaac with the steal. Doncic against Jones. Doncic dishes to Embiid. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
And I don't know if everybody's getting in this block party flow, but that's what's happening tonight. They've done a great job of being aggressive on all the shooters.
Isaac outside. Now the pass to Embiid. Over Valanciunas. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And with an expanding skill set, Embiid is able to hit shots from all over the court.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years.
And the Hornets going with a whole new group out there. Dallas also making some changes. Bol, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. And Maxey subbed in for Vanderbilt. There's 1:40 left to play here in the first. Ball's knocked loose. Passes it to Nance. Pass to Payne. Launches a three. The shot's good on the assist by Nance. And Greg, it just seems for the Mavs it's all about finding the right fit for the role player.
And that's why this team was willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you could see them look a lot like the Harden era Rockets.
And it's Doncic missing. Pelicans trail by 4. Nance passes to Alvarado. Payne with it. Hayes with the screen for Payne. And Hayes throws it down.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
Maxey looking it over. Isaac kicks to Thibault. Doncic passes to Maxey. Oh, good with the triple. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. But Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Here's Doncic. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Doncic. Isaac a screen on Nance. Lobbed up there for Isaac. And stolen by Payne. From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. It's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Alex Caruso. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Ntilikina in at the 2. They grab their own miss, and Embiid throws it down.
Energy points from Embiid. Takes up lots of space at 7 feet 280 and just dominates the boards on both ends.
Now Payne. Last game he had 12. Hayes with the screen for Payne. Low block shot on the way. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Payne's got 5. So for Dallas, their last game a win against Memphis. Here's Caruso. The pass to Embiid. Here's Ntilikina. 3-pointer. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got 4 points this quarter.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. Brent, did you have any superstitions when you played in the NBA?
Not so much, Kevin. I really had more routine, and if I got off my routine, I might be a little bit, nervous, but nothing superstitious and nothing that I can recall.
Ingram wide open. The Pelicans keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Hayes, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Embiid.
Yeah, easy call.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. The Mavericks, GA, have been trying to tighten up their defense the past few seasons, and it's beginning to show.
And we're seeing signs that the players are getting the message, and they're spending more energy at that end of the floor, and that's essential for any elite team.
Snatched up. Here's Embiid, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
Williamson is checked in for Nance. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason draw.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, it couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Williamson. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Now here's Hayes. He's got 6. Hayes with the screen for Ingram. Back to Hayes. To the wing on the left. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Again, it's Joel Embiid. When he is on, there isn't one player in this league that can stop him.
Kicks it to Williamson. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And Embiid with the block.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Brandon Ingram. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 22 points per game last season, 5 assists and 6 rebounds. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
And guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core, and with the 8th pick in Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Dallas making a switch here. Maxi's checked in. With the break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. 5th, Joel Embiid.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
And the Pelicans with possession here. 6-point game. Williamson kicks to McCollum. Williamson trying to free himself up. And the Pelicans miss again. For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. To the middle. Here's Isaac. Passes it to Maxey. Dallas moving it around. Doncic against Ingram. And that one's good. Doncic.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Williamson dishes to Ingram. Over Thibault. And it's off the back rim. No good. Mavericks leading by 8. Embiid with it. 21 points in the game. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Isaac kicks to Thibault. Nailed from three-point land. Thibault's got his first 3 points of the game.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Ingram passes to McCollum. Poke loose. Thibault with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Bounce pass Maxey. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
And how about the poise from Embiid? Gets fouled, but stays with the shot and able to get that one in the air.
I've always wondered this, Brent, for the players, do they approach these early season games any differently than a game in, say, April?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I think you're still not in tip-top shape. You're still trying to figure out any additions to the roster that have been made in the offseason, and you're trying to find your own personal rhythm as to how this season is going to get started. So the approach for sure early on in the season is different than when you get to springtime.
Doncic finds Maxey. Embiid in the corner. And they double up Embiid. Here's Maxey. Offline with his 3. Pelicans trail by 13. Ingram outside. To the left side wing. Williamson, the pass to Valanciunas. Back to Williamson. 5 on the clock. To end the cold streak.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And here's a look at the stats for Jonas Valanciunas. Coming off a terrific season. 7th in rebounding and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
McCollum off the left rim and out.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Kane with it. Maxey covering. Embiid with the steal. And now Maxey pushing it up, and no one back there to stop him. Pass to Embiid. Good on the shot. Embiid's got 26.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
And here's Payne. He's got 5. Outside Murphy. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Maxey in the corner. Now here's Payne. He's covered by Maxey. Payne kicks to McCollum. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
It's stolen by Nance. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Nance outside. Pass to Payne. Here he goes. Back to Nance. Just 4 to shoot. It's Murphy outside. Unable to get that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Shot to stop the run. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
He's just a hard guy not to foul. C.J. McCollum is so versatile as a scorer. You never know which move he's going to go to.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Bol, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Maxey. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Maxey's got his first basket of the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
And a deep three from Doncic. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
He's got a good handle, excellent body control. Doncic is a threat to pull up from anywhere.
The Mavs, 46.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break.
Hey, folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Dallas Mavericks.
You look at the rebounding numbers, and it tells the tale. I'm telling you, great effort on the glass has helped them build a big lead.
I said they look like grown men playing against third graders. They should have no problems closing this one out.
All right, and now one of the more highly anticipated topics. Some news about trades. And that's all for us. Now
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Up front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. Brandon Ingram's out there with McCollum, and it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Pelicans' 5.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Williamson dishes to Ingram. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
Dallas ball.
Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Number 1 is Joel Embiid. Third is Luka Doncic.
And what an option either of those two guys give you. They're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Now Caruso. And there's the pass to Vanderbilt. 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. That one doesn't go. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. McCollum against Caruso. Mavericks with the rebound. Passes it to Ntilikina. Out left to the wing. Bull, the pass to Sims. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for New Orleans. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Jones finds Ingram. From 11 feet away, Vanderbilt with the rebound. Dallas leading by 21.
And you look at the way Ingram can get off a shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Beard, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch, David. Thank you. A creator indeed, and the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. It makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
Back to Ingram. Valanciunas sets a screen for Ingram. Trying to get something going. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Isaac a screen. Maxey passes to Isaac.
I like seeing this aggressiveness from Isaac, utilizing his amazing length to his advantage to get to the line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And the first one drops. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Valanciunas. And both free throws good for Isaac.
And Isaac really continues to intrigue you. A 6'10" forward who's just got great agility and can be a nightmare in transition.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Alex Caruso.
A moment to check out Luka Doncic here. He's coming off an excellent season, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And you only average top 3 in points if you have a particular mindset that you are the guy. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. Here's Maxey. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Doncic outside. Pass to Isaac. Doncic outside. Bol setting the pick for Doncic. It's good from long range. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when he's knocking down the triple, pack it up. There's nothing you can take away from Luka.
Isaac against Williamson. They need this. He lays it in. Williamson's got 5 now.
There you go. Finally getting one to drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
Here's Maxey. To the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Maxey's got his 2nd bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Williamson, the pass to Ingram. It's rebounded by Dallas. Isaac's got 5 rebounds tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Outside, Maxey. On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Ingram. Doncic, no good. The Pelicans have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the 3rd quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Payne kicks to Ingram. Over to the left wing. Here's Williamson. No good there. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Doncic looking it over. Maxey in the corner. Shoots over Payne. It doesn't go for him.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Williamson with a screen for Ingram. Goes back up. And it's sent back by Isaac. Inside. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd.
Ingram outside. Hayes with the screen for Ingram. And the Pelicans miss again.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Dallas calls timeout. Vanderbilt's checked in for the Mavericks. Alex Caruso comes in for Maxey. New Orleans on D. 1:44 left here in the third quarter. Doncic. And it's good for 2. Doncic has got 16 points.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
Murphy passes to Alvarado. 6 on the shot clock, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Dallas.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out. They're getting up extra shots. That could be a difference maker in the result.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
That free throw good from Hayes. Hayes hits them both. Dallas calls timeout. Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Mavericks. .36 seconds left to play in the third.
Checking in for the Mavericks, Frank Ntilikina.
23 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Sims over Murphy. Dallas again missing.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Now here's McCollum. Goes up the baseline. The shot, no good. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Embiid. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Sims in at the 3 slot.
Against good D, Hernan Gomez very aggressive, and he makes the play.
Dallas shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Ntilikina looking it over. The pass to Caruso. Now Embiid. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he say, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
Sims, the pass to Embiid. Shoots from 14. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Well, for New Orleans, shooting about 26% out there, they need to get a better look. Oh, Nance in position. He blocks it again, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Graham. Caruso with the ball. And they double up Embiid. Pass to Sims. Lets it go with a three. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Here's Caruso. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist.
And for a big man, Embiid sees the floor as well as any big. Recognizes when one of his guys has an opening for a shot.
And here's Daniels. Hernan Gomez trying to break free. He's off on that one. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Vanderbilt kicks to Embiid. And a couple years ago, the NBA played with a 72-game schedule. Think the NBA will ever shorten the number of games long-term and go back to that number?
I don't know, Kevin, but this idea of the mid-season tournament seems to be gaining more and more traction, and there's a lot more interest in what it would do to the competitiveness of the middle part of the season. And I think we're all for something like that, where something's on the line and we see guys elevated in that element.
Three-pointer, Graham. And the Pelicans miss again.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Murphy with the steal. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Nance finds Hernan Gomez. And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Rumors continue to fly about possible league expansion. Brent, any cities you'd like to see join the league?
Oh, man, there's a lot of great options out there, Kevin, but I would like to see the league go to 32 and have 16 in each conference. I think that would be great. And there's a city in the Pacific Northwest that deserves a team, and I think you know where I'm talking about. Seattle. Cam Payne, just a grinder and has stuck with it. His career arc is quite interesting. Spent time in the G League, and a few years back he was out of the league. Now he's back. He's confident. He's dependable, and he's a huge part of a team playing winning basketball.
Here's Thibault. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now here's Payne. He's covered by Maxey. Payne dishes to Valanciunas. They get the rebound. Payne kicks to Nance. Back to Payne. Valanciunas with a screen on Maxey. Clock at 6. Here's Payne. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Some changes for New Orleans. Jackson Hayes comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Brandon Ingram in for Daniels. Here's Doncic. And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples here of late.
New Orleans gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Back to Payne. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Ingram outside. Over Thibault. And it's Ingram missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
A great disruptor of the basketball. Luka taking matters into his own hands tonight. Great to see him play like this.
Ingram outside. Isaac with the steal. Here's Embiid. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And we know how good Embiid is at drawing fouls, especially in the painted area. He welcomes the contact.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And Embiid drops them both. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Hayes with the screen for Payne. In the corner, it's Valanciunas. And he's good on the three ball. Valanciunas has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Well, Greg, we're seeing high schoolers now making 6 figures to play basketball. I bet you wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging.
2 minutes remaining.
Knocked loose. Isaac with the steal. Maxey passes to Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court.
Ingram dishes to Valanciunas.
It is amazing how good a three-point shooter Jonas Valanciunas has become.
Well, he didn't attempt a three in his first 5 years in the NBA, and now he's shooting a ton of them. So he's got great feel, great touch, and it's done a lot to round out his game. And Valanciunas, a seasoned veteran now that you basically can count on as a double-double guy, even in limited minutes. He really does a great job of patrolling the paint.
New Orleans making a switch here. Nance is checked in. Now Caruso. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Bol. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Mavericks.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joel Embiid.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Here's Payne, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you like the role that Cam has accepted.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
the previous play is under review.
That's that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Caruso, no good. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Caruso. That one wide left. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.